Hey, speaking of things operating in the shadows, there's been more developments in the seemingly never-ending Jeffrey Epstein saga as more details emerged about Microsoft billionaire boss Bill Gates. One of two Russian women Gates admitted to having affairs with during his 27-year marriage was indeed helped financially by Jeffrey Epstein, and more than that, apparently used the secret to try to blackmail him. Now, Gates has admitted the affairs, but says he did nothing illicit with Epstein. I don't know, Steph. I mean, some of the stuff that you hear about them talking about vaccines and all sorts of things like this, it all seems very shady. What do you make of it?
Oh, there's just so much to get into. We don't have enough time in this segment to do that. As for Bill Gates, I'm not really interested in his affairs. It's just gross. We obviously I heard from his wife, or ex-wife, who seemed to be pretty embarrassed about this, and his relationship to Jeffrey Epstein. I think the most problematic thing is, Bill Gates is trying to pretend that there's really no issue here, but he was hanging out with a convicted pedophile. After 2008, everybody knew that about Jeffrey Epstein. And so, if he's hanging out with women of age and doing whatever he wants to do in his free time, that's his problem. But as you pointed out, there were other emails between Jeffrey Epstein and Bill Gates that are very concerning in regards to things about vaccines, something about like how to get rid of poor people, allegedly. So, those are really troubling emails. So I actually have more questions about those if Bill Gates would like to address those.
Yeah, and also we had the spectacle today of Hillary Clinton testifying before the House Oversight Committee. Now, she's called it a political witch hunt, and there are others saying that, well, they're all covering up because Trump is in the files. But honestly, Steph, if there was damning stuff about Trump in those files, we would have heard about it under Biden or Obama, surely.
We returned to answer questions repetitively, literally over and over again. I don't know how many times I had to say I did not know Jeffrey Epstein. I never went to his island. I never went to his homes. I never went to his offices. So it's on the record numerous times.
The Democrats had been in power with Joe Biden in charge. And if they really were concerned and wanted to be transparent, they would have released these Epstein files a long time ago. So, this is a political strategy. They think that this was going to somehow hurt President Trump by trying to suggest that he is all over the Epstein files and that he did bad things. But actually, we've learned that really he didn't. And actually, he was one of the ones who had been speaking so strongly against Jeffrey Epstein for so many years. But we are seeing so many Democrats and their allies and their donors and people they align with who are mentioned in these emails. Of course, you're not guilty until you're proven guilty, but the association just looks bad. And we've seen the fallout. A lot of people resigning from positions. We've seen what happened to Prince Andrew. So the list goes on. And as for Hillary Clinton, her testimony today, not surprised by what happened there. A lot of gaslighting, denial, and everything else. She said, oh, she never met Epstein all those years. Well, that's interesting because her husband had been on Jeffrey Epstein's private airplane at least 26 to 27 times. Jeffrey Epstein visited the White House 17 times when Bill Clinton was in office. So I really find it hard to believe that she never met Epstein one time.